Hey guys, so I know I literally just posted part 1 to coloring, to not coloring, to making this puppet, but I thought that I should post part 2 of coloring as well. So we're going to be using some alcohol markers. And we're going to be using my Clone Red. I'm going to be coloring a bit fast, so if it's a bit messy, I'm going to go over it with a different color. So this marker is drying out a lot. It's fine, I was going to go over it anyways.
Let's break down this sign. Olive says in chat, is this a cryptic puzzle? Which gets us on the right track, because upon Googling what that is, it's a wordplay puzzle, where there are hidden texts inside of a sentence. Now, I suck at puzzles, but I solve them for a living, so allow me to compile my several hours of work into a quick 1-minute segment for you guys. Okay, so the numbers in the bottom right basically tell us what words we're looking for. We're looking for a 6-letter one and a 4-letter one. To find the first word, we're going to take just the first half of this sentence, and there's some words in here that cue us as to what we're supposed to be doing. Inside and scrambled are called indicators. They're words that are telling us what we have to do with this sentence. So here we have to look inside some truths and only take letters from the internal part of the word. Now, often in these puzzles will be the definition of the word we're looking for, which in this case is whisper. So if you take the letters inside some truths and scramble them, you can find the word mutter, another word for whisper. Now, this second word is trickier. We have our indicator opposite. We're doing the opposite of something, but it's actually the opposite of everything we just did in the last sentence. Instead of inside, we are looking outside, but we have an issue. Where's our definition? I thought maybe it's the opposite of the last definition, whisper, so like a yell or a cry for help. However, what I realized is if you just take the outside letters of this sentence, you get L-I-E-S. And the opposite of some truths are lies. So altogether, we get mutter lies. And I'm very curious as to what mutterings might be lying about. It's hard though. We don't know what this guy could be lying about. I mean, maybe he's just lying about, like, his height on his dating profile. We all do that. Right, guys? Anyway, Olive takes the sign and starts looking around, finds Luna's statue yet again, and just sort of wanders until the video ends. Moving back over to Luna, who presumably also just got done watching that video, we can see, oh, I guess in the meantime, this shadow has opened up into a ravine. Olive just full on sends it on down, which you can see, it does not go that deep, and we can drop down just fine and discover even more tunnel. The two wander a ways down before coming across a window outside, which I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking at, and it doesn't seem these guys are either.
Okay, we're just making sure my tablet's still on. Gel time! This is the color I'm using.
Like that, these two have lost their only way to
and this is the browns.
Which really sucks, because communication would have been very helpful when all of a sudden... And we pretty much know what happens from here. Olive is now gone, and in her place, a sign. This time one that says, "Now you are left, thinking what of me?" From what we can hear of Luna's microphone, it sounds like she tries to call Olive. And gets no answer. If I were Luna at this point, I'd have gotten the hell off this world. I'd be worried about my friends. I'd be like running to their houses, since it seems like they all live close to each other. But instead, she's here wandering. She does eventually find one last room.
I'm just gonna put glitter on there.
An insane area with one distinguishing feature of it. And it's
glitter will
this
look nice,
face
right?
in the wall. She takes a picture of it. And it's that picture that gives her an idea. But more importantly, it gave me an idea too. Back when Luna built that statue, it looked like a face, and I was so distracted by Chase's face that I didn't look for anything else. But on Olive, there isn't a face, there is a bit of text. And when I went back through, it turns out every time someone took a picture of this statue, there is a portion of text to be found. All I had to do was overlay all of these in the correct way in order to reveal and piece together what this thing was trying to say. Now, this text didn't make sense until I saw the idea that Luna had. Luna went back to that original sign and took a screenshot of it and revealed that this sentence that we've seen the whole time is another cryptic puzzle. So let's break this down. This puzzle goes by a different set of rules than last. We don't really get a definition, and there aren't really any signals to move words around. But there's one other strategy that these types of puzzles use: substitution. And this puzzle uses them a lot. Take Now You Are Left, for example. U and R sound very similar to the letters U and R, and then left often gets reduced down to just the letter L, because left and right are often L and R. Moving over to the rest of the sentence, we have what of me. This code we found earlier is actually a feat to swap out what with for and me with word. That leaves us with for of word. And I'll be honest, I got stuck. I give you 5 seconds to figure out what took me half an hour. Okay, time's up. For of word, forward. It was that simple. So we're left with now URL thinking forward. Except we need 3 words, and this is 4 words. 4 words is like, Okay, basically, the biggest tell of what we're supposed to do next is the fact that there is a period instead of a comma in our little word key. And when you think about URL, I have a feeling that that last 3-letter word is com, as in .com. So the first 8-letter word is thinking, the last 3-letter word is .com, and then this middle 3-letter word I couldn't figure out for ages until I realized that you can kind of abbreviate forward into FWD. And the only reason I knew that is because when I searched it up, I found this website. It seems to be like a journal of sorts, presumably written by Chase, talking about all the things he was going through and feeling. I'll read a small section of one of the posts.
Okay, guys, mute it if you're like sensitive to self-doubt or like depression, stuff, bad stuff. And if not, well then, your funeral.
The blog posts continue before they come to a abrupt end. This was devastating to read, and that's the crazy thing. Luna has no idea.
My cool red is dying.
Doesn't actually know what to do with it or how to solve it. So, what is there left? I mean, her friends are gone. She has no idea where she is, what she's meant to do, and
Alright, I'm gonna run to my marker room real quick. And you do this fast. Scarlet's good. I like Scarlet. Got me Scarlet. It's the correct brown, right? Yep. I don't like to mix and match paper. So sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm just trying to get this done. That looks good on camera, right? Me. Mute if you don't like sensitive content.
We don't deserve to keep living unaffected by what we did. Do you hear yourself right now?
Okay, I have time to color the horn, and then I have to go. These are the two colors I'm going to use for the horn. Oh shoot, I forgot. Okay, run! Run, Oreo, run. Run, Oreo, run, Oreo. Run, girl. Oreo has ran. Where's my dark yellow? Where's my dark yellow? Found my deep yellow. I have less than a minute left to finish this.
But it seems that Mutt felt that Luna needed to face her actions. She was able to go through life completely disregarding the consequences of how she treated Chase. Luna and everyone would make fun of Chase, but it took him 50 attempts to follow suit due to his narcolepsy. While Luna could convince herself that she did nothing wrong, Mutt was being completely consumed by what was there. So he planned to teach Luna a lesson.
Okay, done. Bye, guys. See you.